Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Ronald the Peculiar One. I want to do kind of like a, my opinion, uh, my take on my first experience with sponsorship from Stream Elements. This is my opinion, so it might be a little bit of disappointment here in this video, but I want to share my thoughts about the sponsorship, because if you watch my videos, I did do a sponsorship for well, Factor 75, as you see right here, for 30 days. And it was a 30-day trial, and I didn't make any money whatsoever. And I didn't make any money on that sponsorship for Factor 75. And as you can see right here, I made nothing. I made, this is my take on this, my opinion. This is how I feel about it. My first experience with it. I'm not saying they don't give you money. If somebody clicks on the links and they buy through whatever advertisement you're doing, you get a certain percentage of that. That's kind of cool and all. But I didn't make any money at all. And I'd assume, though, any sponsorship, like a football game, basketball game, whatever, how they put sponsors, signs, commercials, all that stuff up. They get money out of that regardless. But I didn't make any money. I was thinking maybe they would give me $25, $50 for my effort. But no, they didn't give me a cent. And for it. And this is just my review, my opinion, and I'm honest. And I want everybody to understand how this works. So people get sponsorships and they put them in their YouTube videos and stuff in their live streaming. So let me just kind of go over this real quick, and then we'll go to Factor 75 of what I sponsored. Really quick here. And when you go down the list, they give you different ones that you can make some money off of. Say, like for this one here, $6.45 max payout. That's if, now, it only works if somebody on your streaming clicks on it and purchases it. If they click on it and nothing happens, you get nothing for it. You get absolutely nothing for it. No money, no nothing. And I wanted everybody to know the truth about how the sponsoring stuff works. And this is the one I found. It was Stream Elements. It's kind of hooked to your OBS system, your OBS program / your streaming, live streaming, like on Twitch or wherever. And you download a specific application for the mobile ones. Now I'm going to tell you about the mobile ones. Anyone who has a cell phone, you know how it works with it, right? You go through their setup and everything, and you put your PayPal in or whatever, and whatever you earn, they put it on your PayPal. It's sort of like a pyramid scheme when it comes to mobile games, because when someone clicks on the mobile games, they have these ads, and you have to watch the commercials. If you don't watch the commercials all the way through, you don't earn anything. And so if you click through the commercials, or and so anyway, that's how it works. When these commercials come up on your cell phones for free games and stuff like that, the person that is running that site for those commercials and stuff, well, every time that you have to watch one of those commercials, they get paid. You do not. They get paid, but you don't get anything until you reach a certain amount of minutes in, or whatever, or certain goals, and then you start to make $1 or $2. And so it's sort of like a pyramid scheme. It's awesome for the people that are running that game or running that site, that put the commercials up, because every time that you go to that game, you have no choice but to endure those commercials, but they get paid because you were there to watch it, and it counts for them and as a counter time, and for whoever's doing that, they get paid regardless. They just want you to go look at it, regardless whether you play the game or not. You have to watch the commercials. And so they get sponsored regardless and get money. Now, it's not the same way with Stream Elements for sponsoring. Like for Factor 75, let me just go on to it. See right here. I completed it. they're sending me nothing. It says we will send you a payment of 0 by July 4th, 2025. I didn't make, and if you go over here, you make absolutely nothing. And pardon me for the reflections. I can't help it. It's just how it is for the setup. Please bear with me on that and have patience. Okay, so now you continue real quick, and I did all the check marks. I earned I did every check mark on here. And if you look at what I did right here, hopefully you can see it better than I can. Hopefully that glare ain't too bad for you. It says right here, I did complete the stream with Factor 75 partner in the title, and I did that on all my streams, live streams. I put that in the title, and it has a counter, and it's actually more than 120 minutes. It only went to 120 minutes, but it was way over 120 minutes. That one was complete, and I did the goal widget as well, and that was 443 minutes, way over 120 minutes, but it was probably way more than that. Chat box, I did that too. It's 1,424. That's probably about what this one should have been, right here. See how it works, and over the 120 minute mark. So I did all the qualifications. Now let me go down here, and I got 11 clicks on it, and 8 unique clicks, whatever that's about. But if you look, it says 100/new user up to 600 I get. So if 6 people ordered, or 1 person ordered several times, or whatever, it would give me up to $600. Well, I didn't make a cent on this. You can see 0 right here. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I want you to understand. I want you to learn something from this. This is my first experience. I'm not saying they don't give you money if people would buy through, but remember this is the same as the mobile apps. You click on it, and these commercials come up. You have no choice but to watch the commercials through all the way. They make money off of you going on onto these mobile games. They make money, not you. And you do these sponsorships, something like this, you don't make any money until somebody clicks on your link and goes buy something, and then you get up to a certain amount. See, I'm not very popular on YouTube or my Twitch, but I'm an honest person. I'm telling you like it is. Maybe you all will learn something from this. This is my first experience. And I'm a little disappointed because regardless of my effort, because look at all this. I did all the goals. I mean, I did everything on here except for people wouldn't buy it. People wouldn't click on it and buy it. I did get a few clicks on there and stuff, but nobody bought anything. So that means I made nothing for my effort. And they should have gave me 25, 50 bucks. And I'm just throwing a number out, to be fair, because I did make the effort. I mean, I did a lot of work on this, and I got nothing out of it. And it does say in some clause on here that this right here doesn't really count. This is optional. They say, oh, this is just optional. But it's really not. It's not optional. You have to do it to kind of keep your progress, to know whether or not that it's recording, so that you know that it's working. So and so this kind of helps you. Also tells you that it's working as well. So it's sort of, it says it's optional, but it's kind of not for you, because you want to make sure that they are recording your effort into sponsoring them. So either way, I wanted to share my experience. This is my first time doing it. I learned this on my own, and I didn't get anything for my effort. You would assume that sponsorships, they give you at least something for sponsoring them. Isn't that, like you saw in movies, you saw how these commercials and stuff, people make money. People make money, but you don't. You make the effort. So sort of like a pyramid scheme, but it's not. It's sort of half pyramid scheme, where somebody always gets the money first, and then everybody else got to make all this effort just to make a couple of bucks. And regardless whether you just make a couple of bucks, the one who started it always makes money. Always makes money. So I wanted to share this. This is just my honest opinion. I'm kind of disappointed, and I made the effort. I know I'm not very popular on my YouTube or Twitch, but I don't think it should matter. I don't think it should matter. You still should get a few dollars for your effort. And I wanted to share this because I wanted maybe you guys and gals will learn something from this. If you can stick around and watch my video all the way through, you will learn something, because most people are not sharing this stuff. They're not sharing it. So I wanted to share this honest, truthful experience with you, and so that you know how it works too. And again, for all those people who have cell phones, I know I repeated it, I'm gonna repeat it again. If you have not learned this, if you're just tuning in and you're skipping through my video, it's sort of like a pyramid scheme, because whoever made up that cell phone app or game that puts commercials up, every time you click on it and you're forced to watch a commercial, they get paid. You do not. And then those who make a few dollars, and I want to share something else with you here. Let me go back. I'm gonna do the best I can not to share my information on here, but I want to like, for instance, this is a mobile only. This is the stuff you would find with free games on your cell phones from your when you go to your Play Store and you get a free game download and you play it. Well, it says, like, for instance, if you follow my arrow over to the right here, it says Match 3 Puzzle Mobile Only. It says only mobile users will contribute to your earnings goals. You do not need to stream from a mobile device. Using an emulator is recommended. In other words, that you download this app program and you go through that, and it emulates the mobile games. Instead of using a cell phone, you use your computer. So you can record it as you play the game, and then they can record how long you were doing it. But let me pause it, and I'm going to click on this one here, and I want to show you some things here. Okay, let me show you how this is. All right, so I clicked on that game, Matching Mansion, and the video's not working here. But let me go down. It's not showing any of my information, so that's good. I don't really have anything on it anyway. But anyway, 11 earning goals. They say, and go down here. It says earning gift subs when viewing hit. Purchase a 13-pack. So you got to pay for this, and if not, your viewers and the streaming have to go here, click on it, and buy it, and then you make some money off of them, off of you guys and gals, basically. But if, let's say you went to the game, and say your viewers went to the game on your streaming and whatever, and use your link or whatever and went to it, or however it works with this setup, and all they do is play the game, you don't get anything. You don't want games, those free games for the cell phones and stuff. A lot of people don't buy nothing, purchase anything. They do it for free to pass the time. Sometimes I'll say it. Sometimes they'll play it on the commode in the bathroom, or they'll be in the waiting room at the hospital or something. They'll play it on there. If they're playing in their car on their breaks at work, or they'll play something like, waste of time. A lot of people are hooked on the cell phones. Just won't say that. But every time a commercial comes up, they make money off of it. You don't. And it says here, $1 new user, complete level 15. So in other words, let's say that I had this up and you clicked on it and you went to it, and you say, oh, you got you set it up for your app on your cell phone, wherever. Okay, it detects that, but let's say that you don't play it very long, or it says complete level 15, means that new user has to go to level 15, and then I might get $1. I don't know. I've never done it yet. And it says max 10. So same here. $1 new user, they get it to 60. Level 60, yeah, right. People aren't going to play to level 60 on a lot of these cheap mobile games. They're not going to play it that long, unless they're really into it. A lot of people will play it for a little bit and then give up, because you got to pay stuff in order to move on in the game to level up, right? So this is probably unlikely that a new user will get to level 60. So that's out. You might be able to get $1 from a couple of people to get to level 15, but by that time people aren't going to play it anymore. because a lot of these mobile games, they make it so you can play the first few levels, and then you just can't get anywhere on it. And here's another one. New user, you get $4 if you go to 200 level 250. Yeah, that's not happening for anyone. So this here is kind of like a pyramid scheme. Yeah, if a person can do that, yeah, you might get a few dollars. But that's really not even worth doing. And so on and so on. And let me get up here to 2-hour stream. It says right here, if it's a stream mansion with branded assets for 2 hours or more within the 30-day campaign window. Okay, so that's kind of self-explanatory there. And how about the mobile only? This people who play on the mobile phones. The purpose of this campaign is to get mobile players for Mansion. Therefore, only events from mobile players will count towards your goal. You do not need to stream from a mobile device. We recommend using the emulator. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to share this. I know the video is kind of getting long now, but I want to share how it works. So any of you play these cell phone games, I cannot stress it out. I can't stress it enough. Is the person who made the game, the person who made the app for whoever company is sponsoring for you to get that app. Those commercials, every time that there's an ad, they get paid. You don't get nothing. And then you get to a certain amount, then you might get $1. And then, have you ever done that where you play these mobile games so you can make money off of? You get $1 or $2 quite easy, right? It doesn't take as long. And then after that, it takes longer and longer to get another $1 or $2, and then it takes longer and longer. It's a pyramid scheme. They get paid regardless, and they're kind of just leading you on, because what it is that they just want you to click on the app, on the game. You probably don't even care about the game at that point. There's just too many commercials or ads. But they get paid regardless whether you play the game or not. Whether you play the game for a few minutes or whatever, there's always commercials popping up. That's where their money is getting. That's where they're getting their money. They're not getting the money from the game itself. So in other words, you could probably make a game that only has 10 levels, and if you focused on just the ads, people will be tired by then anyway, playing 10, 20, 30 levels, if you can even get there. And because then you have to purchase stuff in order to pass that level, because they make it hard. And the reason what they're doing is they're leading you on, and that's why the game gets harder. Because then you have to, that's more ads that you have to watch in order to continue to play the game. And they do that to keep you clicking on the ads or waiting through the ads so you can play the game again. That's basically what it is. I know it sounds like I'm sort of complaining. Maybe I am. I'm being honest with you. I just want you to know the truth, if you don't already know this. And if you actually lasted through this video, I know you learned something from this. I know all of you learned something from this. And so I wanted you to learn something from this, my experience. And I'm not saying anything bad about Stream Elements. You probably do make a few dollars if you're popular and you can get somebody to purchase whatever it is you're advertising for them. But as far as the games go, I'd stay away from them. Well, I have a factor 75. At least it's you're getting something out of it. You're buying some food. But these mobile games are such a scam. They really are. You know, especially all the ones who do free games. What do you see? You see nothing but ads popping up. They're getting paid regardless whether you play the game or not, or if you get tired of the game or not. They're making, I'm not sure how much they're making, but I'm assuming they're making $1 to 50 cents or something per time somebody watches one of those ads. They might even get more than that. So if they're the main person who put the ads up on that game, I don't think it's about the game. I think anybody can make a game, with a few programmers that know how to make a simple game. I don't think it's about the game. I think it's about the ads and the in-game purchases. It has nothing to do with the game at all. They could care less about the game as long as the game basically runs as a game. It doesn't matter if the game's any good or not. It's just getting people to click on it and download the app of the game and try it out. And then they throw a bunch of ads out at you. And every time so in other words, each person who downloads it, they probably click on 10, 20 ads or more in the time they're figuring out if they want to even play the game or not. And they've already made probably 20, 40, 50 bucks off of you. Just like that. And let's say that you downloaded the app for 5 minutes and you turned the game on and you had a bunch of ads. Several ads. Each time that ad comes up, that's like a couple bucks or more for them, or 50 cents. I'm not really sure, but let's look at it at 50 cents, $1.50, $2 per ad that you watched it. So on this here, when I showed you the ads, it was so long you get $1 out of it, $2 out of it. That's no different from doing it on your phone there where you can get those one apps, go through them, and then you can play the games for a little bit and you get $1 out of it. Remember all those ads that are there. So it's not about the game itself, it's about the ads. That's where the money is. So it's a pyramid scheme all around. They set it up. They try to lure you in with a cheap game, and then they get you with the ads, whether you want to play it any longer or not. And just think how many downloads there is every day for someone trying a free game out. So, so there you go. I just wanted to share my thoughts and my opinions. I know it was kind of ranting a little bit there, and a little bit of passion, but I really wanted all of you to learn something from this. And because I didn't make any money off of it, it kind of hurt a little bit. I did that for 30 days. Right here, see, I got nothing out of it. Nothing. I didn't get $5, $10 for my effort or anything. They just threw me aside. It's like, okay, well, you didn't get nothing, so we're not going to give you any money. You didn't get us any people to buy our stuff, even though that you did sponsor us. But we're not going to give you a cent. And that was I thought that was very hurtful. I just didn't like it. I really thought that it says sponsoring, that means that they're going to give you a few dollars out of it, and they gave me nothing. So I just want you to understand that it's like smoke and mirrors. And those people who do the ads for the repairs for that PC boards that you can order. They design the PC boards and stuff like that. They don't get anything from that either unless somebody clicks on it and orders from them. So when you see those ads of that, you don't get anything. And here's another thing. I didn't even get any food sent to me first. Like if I clicked on it and said, all right, I'll agree to this, to sponsor you for 30 days or whatever. They didn't even send me any food. So how can I really sponsor the food if they didn't even send me a sample? And I'm just going click and paste basically, but anyway, I wanted to share that. I hope you guys and gals out there learned something from this, and I hope you watched the whole video. I really do hope you watched the whole video, or at least a big piece of it, to understand how this sponsoring stuff works. We don't get anything unless the viewers click on our link that they set up and they purchase something. If they don't, we get nothing. We don't get a cent. And I want you all to know the truth. There you go. And so yeah, I won't be doing any of these. These are all games, and I just don't think it's fair, And if you're really popular and you can talk people into things to click on this stuff and buy this stuff, then I guess that's where you're gonna get all your money at. Is hey, look, click on this and buy it. I did a little bit of that, but not exactly that. I was honest with everybody, and so. But honestly, I don't think that this is even worth what they're charging for 6, 8, or 10 meals, because um, I think it's too high, even with that 50% discount that they had on it for that I mentioned. But I mean, I'm not. I don't. I didn't mean to sound awful there. I just want I want them to be honest with people and say, look, you're not going to make a cent off of us unless you get people to buy our stuff. You're not going to get nothing for it. They should start out with that. And it might have it in their clause. I don't know. I wasn't going to read all that stuff, but anyway, that's how Stream Elements works with sponsorships. I will not be doing another sponsorship through them. I might do another food one if they ever come up with another food one and a chance to get some free food. But I didn't get any food, so how can I sponsor this and honestly tell you that this good food, unless I actually try it first? But they didn't send none to me, so. All right, thank you so much for watching, and that's just my honest opinion, and they probably should have paid me something, and I probably wouldn't have done this video. Then again, I might have done it. Anyway, I want people to know how those mobile phones, the free phone games work. And so if you don't know, you know now. And there you go. There's the honest facts and truth by it. Well, my opinion, it's my opinion. I know, hopefully it's factual, complete factual, but you can look it up yourself, all this stuff. But there you go. There's your video of me ranting on about how this sponsorship has a catch to it, has a catch 22. And thank you so much for bearing with me. And hopefully you watched the majority of the video so you understand it. So now you know how mobile phones ads work. Now you know how some of these ads work on live streaming. If you're gonna do a advertisement, make sure you get paid something up front before you start advertising it. That way you're getting something out of it. First off, you're not gonna get anything out of it unless they get theirs first. Then it's probably not a good thing to do it. Alright, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you learned something, and take it easy everybody. Moving on to the next video.